Agathosma betelina. What exactly is that? Well, that's the Latin name for the herb known in America as buku. Originally, this plant grows in South Africa. If you note the photo in the top right, courtesy of the Smithsonian, we see a bushman, otherwise known as the Sand People. His people were known as one of the earliest hunter-gatherer tribes in Africa. And interestingly, they used this herb as an oil. It served to be an insecticide, a deodorant, and it kept the skin moist in the arid heat of the desert. So let's find out what is so wonderful about buku, and why should you learn more? Well, first of all, medicinally, it has been used to treat UTIs, prostatitis, BPH, hypertension, fever, cough, common cold, pyelonephritis, dyspepsia, ulcers, IBS, gout, STDs. Additionally, diabetes, flatulence, fluid retention, kidney stones, wounds, and very interestingly now that it's extremely important to protect our breathing with the COVID-19 outbreak, bronchitis, lung inflammation are also treated by this particular herb. Interestingly enough, it also has topical uses. As we saw with the Sand People, buku is used as an insect repellent, deodorant, and it treats and prevents bacterial and fungal infections. What are the therapeutic actions of this herb? Well, it's antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, gastrointestinal, insecticidal, antilytic, diuretic, astringent, diaphoretic, vulnerary, carminative, cardioprotective, aromatic, and it's very interesting that this particular herb has all of these particular attributes. Why does it contain those? Well, we have to look deeper. This plant contains the constituents disulfonol, L-pluginine, limonene, methionine, and the oil contains monoterpenes, disulfonol, sulfated terpenoid ketones, and these properties are what give it the lung restorative and protective power. Now, if you'll take a look at the bottom center, it's normally used as a tea. This is great for the common cold and to prevent flu. A hot cup several times a day is recommended. If we take a look at the top left, in Asian countries, in Africa and India, this food is used, or I should say this herb is used as food. This delicious photo right here is showing us what's called kimchi, and the variety, buku kimchi. So what I think is very amazing is you have the added advantage that it is a probiotic in addition to all of the other therapeutic actions that come with the nutrition of this particular herb. Now, also, this is often used to give a delicious fruit flavor in foods, like black currant. Although this is grass, or generally regarded as safe, it's important that pregnant women avoid it, that anyone with an allergy to this particular plant avoid it, and those that use lithium and anticoagulation drugs should also avoid as a precautionary measure. If it's with any herb, it's important to use recommended dosage and not to exceed the recommended amount. So it's very important that if you want to use this for therapeutic and medicinal benefits, to please see a properly educated herbalist or natural doctor. Now, additionally, we can use this particular herb as a tincture, essential oil, a powder, as well as fluid extract. Now, the other thing I want to mention is if we look at the top I'm sorry, not top, but the bottom right and left photos, it gives us an idea of what the plant looks like visually. Now this is important because as a safety measure, there's different varieties of this particular plant. Now the Latin name also being very important to remember, Agathosma vitellina has a rounded leaf, and this helps us to ID it if we're out collecting herbs while crafting. We want to make sure that we have the correct herb because that lets us know what dosage is necessary. And particularly with the essential oil, it has more of a detrimental effect in high doses. So it's extremely important to pay close attention to that. So I hope that you've learned something in addition to the, I want to mention one more thing. The constituents include quercetin and rutin. So again, this contributes to the anti-inflammatory properties. Very good if you're having some type of attack in the chest. So all of these things are things to note when we think of buku and why we need to know about this wonderful plant that comes from South Africa. Thank you for your attention.